And joining us now is the National Secretary, Nigerian Statistical Association, and the Chief Lecturer, Department of Mathematics, Lagos State Polytechnic, Dr. Olatunji Arowolo. Good to have you join us on TVC Breakfast. This is a situation that has been ongoing for a while, but it looks like the COVID-19 and floods, which are caused by the rainy season, has led to an acute hunger in the country, especially in 4 states. How serious is this situation? How concerned are you?
Well, if the report, as we read, given by the National Bureau of Statistics, I think the 4 states need to seriously look into it, the issue of food security. Did they even have any reserve in case we have shortages? And just like you have mentioned too, the insurgency, COVID-19 and flood, these are factors that led to this decline in this supply of food chain. There were restrictions at one point in time that people should not go out, so the farmers could not go. So how with the food, and even the one that have been produced, flood has washed everything away. And the farmers too are not even secure to go to the farm. So this led to a lot of things. And COVID-19 also reduced the earning power. So you also find, apart from the shortage, food prices have skyrocketed. So people cannot afford the 3 square meal, as in quote, we have it then. And that's why you find that, according to the survey, that some people are skipping the meal so that they can't live.
They can survive.
Well,
the point there is, Lagos, Kano, Rivers, and Abuja, these are the biggest cities we have in Nigeria.
Yes, the population.
I wonder why this is prevalent in the food insecurity, and this report is prevalent in these states.
Well, I have carefully looked at the report. I don't know whether similar surveys were conducted in other states. Maybe the survey only concentrates on these 4 states as mentioned, because you will look at it selectively from region. Port Harcourt from the south-south, Kano from the north, and Lagos, the west. And if you look at these 3 states strategically, this is where you have high population, and this is where you have a lot of people involved in commercial activity. Port Harcourt being the oil community, Lagos commercial nerve center, similar to Kano, which is also a commercial nerve center. And this is where you have a lot of people where majority have even abandoned farming in the first instance. So they depend on the food that come from these other states. And where that supply chain cuts in, so it will reduce the amount of food that will go to these states.
All right, so let's look at, because we know that the federal government has several programs for agriculture, whether the Anchors Borrowers Program, the National Agriculture Mechanization Program, and the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative. All of these are geared towards ensuring that we're self-sufficient when it comes to food. But it looks like this isn't working in that regard. What do you make of this?
Well, if you look at most of these policies, they are very good. How have they been implemented is another question. Because when you talk about most of these farmers sometimes complain, even they don't get this fertilizer that they said they have even promised to give. Just like what we saw sometimes when they are talking about palliative COVID, that they are distributing food. How many people get this food? So I want to believe, I don't have the data, but if I rely based on what is available, and we look at what is in our surrounding, yes, the government have a good policy, but I think the implementation is the problem. So most of these policies are not well implemented. So, and that's why we are where we are.
All right, but beyond the inadequate implementation of some of these policies, what do you make of inadequate data, accurate data, when we need to pitch this against the programs that they have?
Well, this area is somehow political sometimes, because I was here sometimes. The agency or the custodian responsible for this collection of data is National Bureau of Statistics. And somebody like me have, at one point in time, questioned how the methodology that they have used. If you look at this the report given now, it's a survey report. There could be some element of bias in it. And
why do you think there will be bias in it? Because the point there is, NBS collaborates sometimes with international agencies, and they share details of some of the outcomes of these.
Yes.
And certainly there'll be verifications here and there.
Yes, you are quite right. But just like I said, it's somehow political, especially with my position, because I know sometimes I've been on here where I had to question some things. But here now, what the Bureau of Statistics does, I can't say they've not done the right thing. But again, how funded are they? They are saddled with some responsibility which they must carry it out. How effective have they been able to carry it out? How has the government fund them? These are issues, but this is not the platform for me to hear because I said it's political.
All right, Dr. Olatunji Arawolo, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.